What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kyle, aka Chartbully, back with another video. Want to thank you guys for watching wherever you are in the world. Thanks for taking the time. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why your M's and W's do not work. What do you mean they don't work? Everybody on YouTube says, you find the W at the low of the day, M at the high, you trade it, you're good, right? Well, in theory, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of the times the patterns will show an M, and it may be at the high of the day. You might see a W at the low, but if you've been trading these long enough, you know there's so many variables, so many ways you can get tricked. So there's certain elements that you guys aren't putting together, and I don't just mean you guys can't find a pattern, because a lot of times you can find an M, you can find a W, you know what it looks like. There's M's and W's all over the chart everywhere you go. I mean, I could take a look right now, and guys, I'm just freestyling this, so just give me a second. I mean, we got W's right here, you know, and this is what you see in these videos. They just draw the W out, so they would be like, you know, buy here, stack a bunch of lots or whatever. Oh snap, my fault. We got W here. Let's see, can we go further? We got another W right here. You might be saying it's not at the low of the day. Well, the low of the day is relative. The low of the day doesn't always mean the exact tip top or tip low of a W or M. It could just mean the low of the session. It could mean the low of that time. You know, how do I know what I'm doing? Let me see if I can find the M here. Sometimes you get the multi-session M's, right? Sometimes you get M's that just carry over into Asian session and London session and New York session. So man, how do I know what I'm doing? You know, they may say you wait for a confirmation candle. You might look for divergence. You may look for pushes. There's a lot of elements that they do, but we already know the market is random. Does it do similar characteristics? Of course it does. It does certain patterns all the time because the market can only do certain things. It can only go up, down. It can consolidate. You know, there's only so many things the market can do. So you might be asking yourselves, you know, I've been trading these M's and W's for a long time, and you know, you'll hit a few trades. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like you're not. You're gonna hit a few trades. Sometimes you're gonna catch trades that pay you off, but a lot of times you might get burned. In hindsight, it looks easy, right? But you know, when the market's, just pretend I'm over here, guys, and the market's panning this way, when it's at this point, do you really know if that's the low? It's been dropping for an hour. This is a 15-minute chart. It's been dropping for an hour. Do we really know it's about to go up right then and there? You know, you might be saying, well, you gotta wait for a confirmation candle, or how about this? I wait for a TDI. You know, who knows? You know how to trade TDI, signal line over market baseline, over bloodline, stuff like that. So what I'm gonna tell you guys is they don't work because you don't have a general idea on where they're going. There are certain key levels and areas in the market that they're looking to go, and also a W doesn't always mean that it's going to go in that direction that you're thinking it's going to go. It's not good enough to play one time frame or two time frames. You need to look at top-down analysis. You need to be looking at the daily from the H4, H1 to the M15. You need to have a clear bias before taking these trades, guys. The M's and W's, they can work a lot of times, but a lot of times when you're waiting for these moves, you know, if you're not catching at the tip top, you'll see that the market won't work in your favor a lot of times. There's plenty of times where M's don't work out, where W's don't work out, but there are times where it does. Here's one right here. We got a nice M right here. And like I said, in hindsight, guys, this looks super easy to draw out. You know, M's and W's all over the place. But what I'm going to tell you guys is, if these M's and W's aren't in certain points of time in the session, that they're really not valid. I mean, end of the sessions, not really valid. Beginning of the sessions, maybe so, but there's certain times you're looking for these moves to happen. And a lot of times you're going to get a low of the day or high of the day without an M even being formed or a W being formed. So how do I know how to catch these? Well, I mean, that's definitely for another video, but what I'm gonna suggest is you guys learn how to know where the market is going and what they're targeting before these moves are made. There's a reason they throw M's and W's all over these charts, guys. This is not by accident. They know what they're doing. They know the tricks of the trade. This isn't some secret. This isn't some top secret confidential thing. Forex has been around for a long time. They know what's going on. They know double tops, double bottoms. They know why M's and W's are being formed. They know people are looking for TDIs and using indicators and MACDs and stochastics and things like that. Guys, there's more to this game than just trading a pattern. And you'll hear people say that a lot. Just trade one pattern, one thing, know what to look for. You need to be, this is just my opinion, you need to be flexible in this market. Meaning you need to know what they're looking for, and if it adjusts, you need to know what they're looking for again. So what do I mean by that? So we know that the market can reverse at any given time. Of course, there's trends. You know, this here is a nice, take the lines off. This here is a nice uptrend, right? Right. In hindsight, you know what I'm saying, you can see this. You can see this nice uptrend, and it went longer than this. I'm just drawing this out. But the market can reverse at any given time, right? So it's been on a heavy uptrend for the longest, and honestly, you got killed right here if you were looking for something, or it started reversing right here and it just kept going up, and then it reversed heavy right here. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that if you just trade solely these M's and W's and you're not taking other characteristics or other things into play, you're gonna get burned, especially if you're not using risk management, which I know 95% of people don't do because it's boring. You know, there's nothing more fun than throwing a lot and you only have $200 in your account. You know, there's nothing more fun than seeing these people trade with $1,000 and throwing 3 lots on the trade. You know, there's nothing more fun than having $500 and watching people turn it to $6,000. But they're putting a lot of risk on this trade, and most people can't afford this. And I hate that it's out here like that. But I digress a little bit. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is really M's and W's work when you have the proper knowledge on the higher bias and what the markets are going for. They're not moving just to move. Yeah, sometimes they make moves just to shake traders out for the day, but they have a longer targets in mind, meaning the dailies, meaning the monthlies, meaning the weeklies. And you have to know what they're looking for before you decide to take M or W. I mean, you can find lows of days, highs of days, and in theory that is the safest way to do it. You know, trading in the middle will get you burned. But what I'm trying to say is, if you guys do not know what's going on the higher time frames or what the market is shooting for, you're going to get burned just trading M's and W's. You might say, oh, there's an M, there's a W. Like, how do we know this W right here is going to work out? I mean, we have a W right here, right? We have one right here. And I mean, it works out. But how do we know? All W's look different. Some of them cross the red EMA, some of them don't. Some of them have long stop hunts, some of them don't. It's all circumstantial, guys. Like, they're not all gonna look the same, they're not gonna make it easy on you. But what I'm trying to say is, They make moves in certain directions for a reason. And there's more to this game than looking for M's and W's. There's characteristics and there's certain moves that they make that may be an M, maybe a W, but a lot of times there's not. This here was not an M or a W, right? But what do we have here? News event. This has to be a news event. But I'm pretty sure that, you know what I'm saying, if you knew what was going on, you caught this whole move, and a lot of people got burned. Right here is a W, but it's not the W you saw before, but it is a W, right? Let's look right here. We have a big W right here. How do I know that this is gonna work out? Well, we talk about that in the training at the program I'm in. You can click the link here. I'm not trying to promote all the time, but you know, I gotta put my people on. You know, I believe we got the best team out there, and it is what it is. I mean, I believe that with certain training that you guys are getting elsewhere, that you can get even better with the training that we have. We do teach M's and W's, but like I said, man, there's more to this game than just looking for the pattern on an M15 and H1 and think you're gonna win every trade, or you're gonna win 80% of your trades by looking for one pattern. It's not the case. Even if you put a lot of these elements into play, like divergence or stochastics or MACDs or TDIs, you'll get burned a lot of these times because it's different live. And that's just the honest truth. A lot of these moves look easy in hindsight, look easy in back testing, even look easy on the strategy tester when you're not putting live emotions, when you're sitting at your desk and waiting for each candle to go by. I'm telling you guys, there's more to this, and you will be so much more confident if you know where the market is going, why it's moving that way, and there are certain patterns on the higher time frames that you guys do not know that we can teach you to get you there. So I mean, I might make a part 2 to this. This is just a freestyle, like I told you guys. But I want to put that into play because I know there's a lot of programs out there. I'm not calling any names out because, you know, I'm not into that. I mean, a lot of programs are good, but there are a lot of BS ones, and we all know this. M's and W's do work. There's a lot of programs making money off of it, but there's not a lot of students making money off of this. And the reason is, like I said, because you guys do not know where the market is going on the higher time frames. Top-down analysis is important, but it's more than that. There's a certain psychological thing that these markets are doing in certain key levels that they're grabbing money and they want to go to, and they're going to make sure they get there. They don't always get there in one step. Sometimes it takes them 10 steps. Sometimes it takes them a month. Sometimes it takes them 2 months. But I promise you, if you guys get the proper training and the education, you're going to get there. Because I know there's people out there who are trading M's and W's, because I've been in these programs, guys. I know what's going on. I've been in the telegrams. I know people complain stuff's not working. You might get some trades right. I mean, that's any strategy. No strategy 100%. But I know a lot of people are frustrated because they can't figure it out. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not you. It's that you just don't know. Okay? So with that said, man, I urge you guys to click the link. I have it in the description to join the team. You can do it for a month. We have specials going. You can ask for me, myself, in the Telegram. I'll put my Telegram name below. You can ask for my man Jeff. He's the owner of it. He's gonna help you out too. But really, man, just get connected. Ask questions. You don't gotta join. Just ask questions. We're gonna help you out. All right. With that said, I'm gonna sign off here. I will see you guys next time. Appreciate it. Peace.